The Russian kettlebell swing is only to eye level. It can be done with a kettlebell or a dumbbell. What I've seen as a coach is that usually the worst repetition is the first repetition coming up off the ground, because people will set the kettlebell between their feet and then reach down with their spine to pick it up. Probably the better way to set this thing up is get your kettlebell swing stance just outside of shoulder width, have the kettlebell be in front of you, and hinge at the hip to reach it. And what that's gonna do is send the kettlebell back between your legs as you perform that first repetition. It's easier to keep your back flat for the rest of the repetitions through that same range of motion. You see often people don't swing from the hips, they swing from the upper body, and they try to pull the kettlebell up to the eye level. You can really see that exaggerated because the hip never gets fully extended prior to the swing. When you see somebody that looks like they don't have a lot of power in the swing, chances are they're not forcefully extending the hips forward. You can think of this really as kind of like a glute hamstring exercise that's projecting that kettlebell in that arc. If you're doing it properly, you should barely need to use your shoulders or upper back at all. What your upper back is doing, however, is keeping the shoulder blades back and together. That is a resistance to trunk flexion. If you give that up, you end up rounding yourself forward and putting your upper back really at risk, and that's gonna work its way down to your lower back as well. So we wanna keep those shoulder blades back and down as we do it. We recommend starting with the Russian kettlebell swing, and if you'd like to progress on to the American kettlebell swing, by all means do it. Do us a favor, click like and subscribe if you like these videos and you want to be notified of future ones. We appreciate it. It helps us out, so thank you, and we'll see you on the very next one. One of the things that you see beginner kettlebell swingers